there, quilting friends. It's Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber. And today I am showing you the video of me putting together my long arm. Now, this is a Baby Lock Gallant XL. Yes, Baby Lock sent me the long arm as part of my Baby Lock ambassador deal. So that is fabulous. And when they sent me the long arm, I said, I would like to have the full experience of doing this as much myself as possible. I want to understand what it is for someone who just goes out and buys a long arm and says, all right, let's go. So that's the experience that I got. I started out by watching some videos. Baby Lock has lots of videos. There's also an app that you can use to help you with this process of putting it all together. I decided to go very old school and just read the instructions. So I'm following the instructions step by step as I put this all together. The instructions were actually really great in helping me put it together. The first step was building the frame for the long arm. So this is an 8-foot frame. That means it's going to be 8 feet wide for quilting my quilts. There is an extension option to be able to get a 10-foot frame. I think that might have been too much long arm for my space. So 8-foot frame is great. Quilting rulers definitely came in handy to be able to get those legs on straight at right angles. And I was determined that I was going to do this all by myself because I thought it's got to be possible to build this all by yourself. Of course, the instructions say that you really should have someone help you. And I agree. It's definitely a good idea to have someone help you as you put this together. But I wanted to see, can someone who is truly determined, who can read instructions, and who knows how to tighten screws, can they put this together themselves? And the answer is yes, because I put this together 100% myself. So you see here, I'm attaching the braces to the legs. This will make sure that they stay steady. The frame really doesn't have a lot to it. It's a metal frame for the quilt, and be able to put the bars on for attaching the quilt. There were a lot of screws, a lot of screws in putting this all together. I did try to see if I could do it all in one day, and the answer was no, I couldn't. So here we are on day 2. This was Saturday, coming in my comfy clothes and my comfy socks and getting it all put together. So I did this over 2 days and not just over one day, and built the whole long arm. So you can see here the frame is right side up, and I'm going to start attaching all the parts to attach the bars, and the bars are what roll to have the quilt, the top, the batting, the backing all on there. The other question that I had was, would I be able to lift up the long arm itself, the machine, to be able to put it on the carriage? The machine is pretty heavy, so that's another thing, both flipping the frame over right side and lifting the machine onto the carriage. Those are steps that it's a good idea to have a friend, a family member, or a neighbor help you out with. But the rest of it, I would say you could probably do yourself. Someone who's determined could follow those instructions, screw in the screws, and get it all put together. All right, so this was me attaching the Velcro. There's Velcro on here to attach the leader cloth, and the leader cloth goes on those poles. And then, of course, I had to attach the handles and make sure that I followed those instructions. Funnily enough, it took me several weeks after putting it all together to actually turn on the machine and play with it. And I realized that while I have played on long arms before, I've never done it unsupervised. I've never long armed all by myself without someone there saying, oh, nope, press this button. Oh, here's what you need to do. I've always had someone hold my hand. And in this case, I didn't have anyone holding my hand. So I put fabric on here that is just a background fabric and a top fabric. And I put it on there so that I could just test it out. And I don't really care if this fabric becomes anything special or not. The first step was to make sure that the tension was right. And as you can see, I had to go underneath several times to make sure that I adjusted that tension and got that tension just right. But once I did, I had so much fun on this machine. So hopefully you're looking forward to seeing more about owning a long arm, because I'm definitely going to show you some more videos on that. If you have any questions, I don't have any answers yet because I've just started on this journey, but go ahead and drop your questions down in the comments. Let me know, and I'll see if I can get you some answers. If not from me figuring it out, then from someone else who has owned a long arm longer than me. And make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that you get all the updates on what it is to have a long arm. And give this video a like. Thanks, friends. That is it for me for here today. Thanks so much for joining along on this journey, and I will see you right here real soon. Bye for now.